Many people have been discussing how TJ Dillashaw spends his time and money, especially since he has been suspended following a positive EPO test. We're going to talk about that in this video, so stay focused as we reveal TJ Dillashaw's rich lifestyle and how he spends his millions. About TJ Dillashaw. Originally from the state of California, the mixed martial arts champion holder Dillashaw began his career as a professional wrestler when he was a kid. He fell in love with wrestling after being introduced to it by his father. Growing up as one of 3 brothers, he was always fighting. While in high school, TJ succeeded, earning him a scholarship at Cal State Fullerton. Now TJ Dillashaw has a rich lifestyle based on his dedication to his passion. Since then, he's been able to successfully defend his Bantamweight World Championship title on many occasions. TJ Dillashaw's net worth and earnings. TJ, the Californian, was born on February 7, 1986. A 5' 6" fighter who fights mostly in the bantamweight division of the UFC, is a previous 2-time champion. TJ Dillashaw has earned a significant net worth thanks to his impressive career. Bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw is among the best fighters ever. Dillashaw has an estimated net worth of $3 million. When he defended his Bantamweight championship against Cody Garbrandt in a rematch at UFC 227, he earned the most compensation. Dillashaw went home that night with $440,000. Surprised? That's not all. Dillashaw received $406,000 for his split decision win against Corey Sandhagen in the main event at UFC Vegas 32. He made his UFC debut against John Dodson in the TUF 14 final. When Dillashaw lost to Dodson, he made $8,000. It was against Cody Garbrandt and Henry Cejudo that TJ made the most money. He beat Cody and took home $440,000. Despite the fighter's pay, he also received a Performance of the Night bonus of $50,000. $2,214,000 of his $3 million net worth comes from his UFC career. TJ Dillashaw wealth. Dillashaw has earned his wealth by becoming a mixed martial arts fighter and wrestler. The industry has been a part of his life since his high school days, so it's been a long time. While working, Dillashaw has achieved his highest level and won several championships and titles. He has been recognized for his achievements throughout his career. According to a variety of sources, his salary is estimated to be over $1.3 million. In the year 2021, the company's network is estimated to be worth $3 million. TJ difficulties and drugs. When TJ Dillashaw was in high school, he began to earn his first money. TJ's net worth grew the greatest between 2019 and 2020, but due to his suspension, the boxer does not have any big partnerships at the moment. In 2019, as a result of his bad urine sample, the UFC Bantamweight champion was suspended by the USADA for 2 years. During the match, Dillashaw attempted to become the 3rd fighter in UFC history to hold belts in 2 separate divisions at the same time. Needless to say, that didn't work out for him. After testing positive for EPO, he was suspended by the United States Anti-Doping Agency, USADA. This will be his first comeback to the octagon in almost a year and a half. Let's all keep in mind that TJ Dillashaw's MMA profession is the main source of his wealth. In the spirit of fair competition, this is usually considered as one of the worst substances an MMA fighter can test positive for. It's Dillashaw's cardio and speed that makes him a great fighter, and he recently tested positive for a substance that improves both. How ironic is that? But the champ is back, and this time, hopefully, he has his head in the right place. He was eligible to return on the 19th of January 2021, and as part of his punishment, he also had to give up his Bantamweight championship. How hard that must have been. TJ Dillashaw personal life. When Rebecca and TJ first met in college, they fell in love and dated for several years before they got engaged. During the summer of 2014, Rebecca Dillashaw and Dillashaw tied the knot. A lovely baby named Bronson Jack Dillashaw was born a few years after. The parents of TJ Dillashaw. Angels Camp, California is where TJ Dillashaw was raised by his parents. His father's name is Hal Dillashaw, while his mother's name is Janice Dillashaw. Hal's parents' names names are Jack and Gladdy, and he was raised by them. Tyler has a wrestling-obsessed father who wrestled for Franco State. After Hal retired, he changed careers and became a coach in the town where he grew up. Aside from that, he began instructing youngsters in the local youth program. Janice Dillashaw, TJ's mother, is a decorator, bridal designer, and alteration specialist. In the past, she has always supported her boys, and she has been open about her son TJ Dillashaw's struggles. Moreover, she routinely updates her Instagram account with information about her son's accomplishments. There is a special link between TJ and his mother that cannot be broken. There's more to TJ Dillashaw than just a UFC fighter. A terrific father and businessman who is sure to be successful. He's got it all. TJ Dillashaw lifestyle. It's no secret that Dillashaw had to find new sources of income, especially after losing major MMA sponsors like Monster Energy. That's when juice and health foods arrived and are currently served at the Organic Juice Bar in Yorba Linda, California. Since opening his new juice bar, Dillashaw's passion for restorative health has spilled over into his business ventures. Clean juice has made Dillashaw a fortune outside the octagon during his 2-year layoff. Also, he is the owner of the Flavor Republic Spice and a series of food trucks that provide organic food and beverages, among other things. In fact, TJ Dillashaw claims to have made enough money in the previous 2 years to retire from fighting. The suspension was a blessing. Dillashaw, on the other hand, made the most of his 2-year ban by doing well. After his previous sponsors abandoned him, he launched a new firm and obtained some brand new sponsorships. His most notable business endeavor is a clean juice bar in California, which he owns. CBDMD and Halo Pets are two of his sponsors that he mentions from time to time on his social media. Plus, he has a website where he offers his own merchandise and training programs. In spite of his lack of fighting, Dillashaw has been able to be financially successful because of all of his numerous business enterprises. It was a blessing in disguise, he told Bloody Elbow. Because of this, I don't have to go back and fight for money. About his time away from boxing, Dillashaw stated, "To me, having those 2 years off to figure out what I'm going to do after fighting has been a blessing rather than having to figure it out when I'm done. To pay my bills in the future, fighting isn't necessary for me anymore because I've learned that I'm going to be okay. I am glad I've had the previous 2 years to get myself organized and ready." When asked about the EPO event that led to his 2-year suspension from the sport, Dillashaw replied that he would go back in time if he could and fix it. Also, he was asked about his time off, if he misses the attention. Dillashaw gave a straightforward yet reluctant answer because all of the rewards he was able to gain, notably financially. UFC career. He made his UFC appearance on December 3rd, 2011 at the Ultimate Fighter 14 Bantamweight Tournament Final. He fought John Dodson and lost via TKO. Then he fought back and won 4 consecutive fights until losing to Rafael Assunção at the UFC. To earn the UFC Bantamweight champion, Dillashaw defeated Renan Barão in UFC 173. After successfully defending his championship twice, he lost it to Dominic Cruz at UFC Fight Night, Dillashaw vs. Cruz, in December of 2014. Dillashaw then won back-to-back fights, giving him a second chance at the championship. He fought his former friend Cody Garbrandt at UFC 217, which he won via TKO in the second round. On January 19th, 2019, he fought Henry Cejudo for the UFC Flyweight Championship, and thus his ambition to become a 2-division champion came to an end. Conclusion: Dillashaw has maintained a high level of excellence throughout his career. The drug test and the suspension may have caused him some trouble, but his recovery was nonetheless successful. Currently, he is one of the best fighters in America. Sometimes bad things do happen for a reason, and when one door is closed, another one opens, and that was what happened to Dillashaw. He grabbed that opportunity to be creative and active. The fact that Dillashaw was off for 2 years benefited him tremendously financially. Could you believe that TJ Dillashaw makes more money outside of the cage? The big question is how he spends his millions. Aside from that, the inauguration of his new juice bar gives nutritious and clear drinks that are beneficial to the health of others. This is a great relief for TJ since he's thinking about his future. Now he doesn't have to worry about paying his bills anymore as long as his business continues to run. However, as well as his battle, he will not give up. Clean Juice has made Dillashaw a fortune outside the octagon during his 2-year layoff. Also, he is the owner of the Flavor Republic Spice and a series of food trucks that provide organic food and beverages, among other things. In fact, TJ Dillashaw claims to have made enough money in the previous 2 years to retire from fighting. What are your thoughts? And with that, it wraps the video.